Hey, I'm Suzanne.
And I'm Annie.
And we have 111 years experience. And today we were talking about...
Well, we were talking about Suzanne has raised 2 daughters.
2 girls.
And I have raised 2 sons. And we were going to compare and contrast the differences between raising girls and raising boys.
Yeah.
And ultimately this came up because she's been watching her grandkids.
Yeah, which was 2 girls and a boy. And I've never had to raise a boy, and it's a whole new ball game.
And like we were talking about the differences, and she's like, I don't know about this. What's going on with this?
This is kind of hard.
And I was like, well, it's because he's a boy. And she was like, tell me more. So that's kind of how it started.
And she was like, we need to do a podcast episode on this.
We could do a whole podcast episode
we totally
on
need to do
the
podcast.
Difference between raising boys and
raising girls.
Now, I will start by saying, in school, you've had boys and girls.
I've had both, yeah.
And generally, when you have them for so long of a time, you really do start to see the difference in the way that they're able to handle things.
Yeah.
The way they're able to communicate is the first thing that always comes to my mind.
Yes.
A lot of
starting
times,
in kindergarten.
Even in kindergarten, you see a huge difference between boys and girls.
Oh, yeah.
In their abilities to communicate their feelings, emotions, and everything. So... girls, I always feel like they're going to talk. They're going to talk to you. So but they'll wear you out with the talking. That's how they wear you out.
Yeah.
The boys are physical first and then talking.
Yeah.
I always say, in my opinion, this is all, I'm not an expert by any.
Yeah, we're not experts. This is just what we know.
On the 2 that I raised.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
I'm not an expert on everyone.
And all the ones you've
taught.
taught.
All the ones we've seen over the years.
All the ones we've had experience with in school.
I always say boys are like the base model.
The base model.
The base model. They're just trying to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
They're not don't think that they're thinking everything.
No,
they're not. They're just reacting
anything.
to what they like. Constant reacting to what they like.
It's true.
So, if they like this YouTube channel, for example, they're going to figure out a way to get that YouTube channel on.
Especially if you told them not to.
That's not going to mean anything.
No.
That's really just not going to mean anything. And when they're little, it's like, I would say it's either off or on. It's black or white. It's good or bad.
Yeah.
There's no middle.
Gray.
There's no gray yet. Let it go. You're not going to be able, there might be one little tiny thing you're able to convince them of, but it's not going to be a general thing. Everything
And I didn't realize that.
Rules and not rules. It's laws and not laws. It's all.
I wasn't thinking it was that extreme.
But
that
black, it's black and white.
Yeah.
And boys generally, they'll have a very angry moment, and then that moment is over.
And I'm kind of like that.
Yeah, it's like they kind of get hot.
Rah!
They kind of get hot, and then they kind of come down.
Yeah.
Girls are not. They will talk and try to manipulate the situation, and their manipulation is going to be with words.
Yes. Yes.
Do you feel like watching your 2 girls grow up now? Having said this, when you have an autistic kid, it is always a little different.
I was going to say, the rules kind of fly out the window when you have one that has autism. They don't
fall into the same groups the same way as your typical kids do.
She was more like a boy.
In a lot of ways.
She
needed the black and white. She was a base.
The rules.
The rules
She was a base model.
Base model. Where, it's not, they just don't have the bells and whistles yet.
No.
Well, and they do get them.
She wasn't talking for so long either, so.
Right. So
that developed a lot later.
So that also has something to do with it. Right?
Yep.
The base model is good. It can get you from where you want to go to, it gets you there.
Yeah.
But the bells and whistles come later with I'm going to say 2nd or 3rd grade before they're really understanding all of the social things that are going around them all the time, boys. They don't, if there's somebody playing with them, they're happy. They might have their favorite friend, but you don't generally see the boys manipulating the situation the way girls do.
Right.
Girls are going to verbally manipulate you. But you can also verbally talk to them because they understand so much.
Right.
Generally, I'm guessing that the amount of words that a kindergarten 1st grader has for a girl has got to be substantially higher.
3 or 4 times higher, I bet.
Than for a boy at the same age. Boys are going to be more physical. They're That was another thing we were talking about.
Yeah.
Now, what happened at your house? Did you say he took off and running and then?
Oh, yeah. He was, while Greg was still asleep, it was Sunday morning, he would go down the hallway, down the hallway and get something or whatever, and he'd run back down the hallway and he'd just leap into the air and crash into his chair. Well, of course, the chair would slide back into the wall. I was like, dude, you're going to put a hole in the wall. Don't keep doing that. Yeah. And of course, I wasn't going to pull it back. But he just kept, he needed that.
He was looking for that sensory input that he was looking for that sensory input to hit him hard. He was craving it.
Yes.
And he did, instead of saying, I need to get out and run, he just
crashes into stuff. But Cassidy did the same thing when she was
I'm going to say
when she was little, she did that.
Both of my boys.
She would just run into me.
Yeah.
As hard as she could.
Because there was something about it that felt good to her.
Yeah, and I thought, is she trying to knock me over? And then I realized, no, that's a processing thing. That's it's not vestibular. I can't think of what it was called. It was called something where she needed that that impact of. It was after we started brushing her and trying to calm her.
It was a sensory need.
It was a need for her.
It was a sensory
need. She needed it.
But that's one of the things that a lot of boys need as well. Yeah. That they need that big
it's like
physical
their brains
sensory impact.
They need it.
But no, for sure, my oldest son was very much like that. My younger son, a little bit, not quite as much. But my older son, he would take off from his room. He would run into the living room and then fly across. And that's how he broke many.
Yeah, she said, that's how Stephen broke our chairs.
That's how we broke chairs and couches. And all.
She said, that's why we had him so much furniture.
And there came a point where we were like, well, we're just not going to buy anything new because it's fruitless.
It's just going to get broken.
It's just going to get broken. Yeah. So we're just going to do used until...
Yeah. I was like,
we figure this out because he just got bigger. And things just got broken.
I was going to say, I could see, as a teenager going, do the same thing.
14-year-old.
Long.
Yes. Only they're like
across the room.
Yes. And they just need that. And I think that the one thing that we did was when we started recognizing that this was one of the things that he needed was we really put him in a lot of physical sports.
He played football and hockey.
He played football, he played soccer, he played hockey, he played t-ball, he played every sport we could sign him up for. Mm-hmm. And that really helped him because it gave him a way to channel that need that he had. Yeah. He was the best little football player you ever saw. He loved hitting. Yeah. He loved getting hit. Not all kids are like that.
No, they're like, they don't want to.
He loved it. Let me at it. I'll do it again. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was really one of those things where he needed that physical outlet for it. And even to the point where I will say that it probably was one of the best things for him. He still loves organized sports. He still loves all that.
Does he still play hockey?
He still plays hockey. Not as much as he used to, but he's in his 30s now. So it's a little it's more of a recreational thing than it is anything.
Like
But no, he
just likes it.
He just likes it. Yeah. Just to get out there, a little exercise and all that. Having fun. But no, that organized sports for young boys especially, I understand that now. Mm-hmm. Where before I was like, well, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, it's great, but like, what's the big... No, they need it.
They need something.
They need that expression of the physical. Mm-hmm. Do you think, like, with your girls, do you see them doing any of this besides Cass? Because I feel like when you have an autistic kid, that's a special
it's
category.
A whole other category.
It's gonna be a wobble somewhere in between. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. But what about the other girls? Have you ever seen anything like that out of them?
Not as much.
Not anywhere near to the extreme.
Like she's like active.
Yes.
She likes to do. She likes to. She likes to tumble. She likes to run and jump. And she's very athletic. Like her body, she is built.
She's strong and small. Small but strong.
Small but strong. She is built like a gymnast. Like if she was in gymnastics, she would probably do really well. Her body, she has a six-pack and she doesn't even do anything to have a six-pack. Mm-hmm. She just has one. Just naturally.
Naturally.
Yeah. She's just built. She's a built athlete. Mm-hmm. So
strong,
natural.
Very strong. And
the other day, we had water balloons with, on Sunday, when Greg's brother and sister-in-law and sister came up, and they brought this big old bucket of water balloons for them.
Fun.
I mean, they had a blast. But was standing on top of the slide, and you know where that is in my yard, and throwing them all the way almost to Shannon, and Shannon was sitting by the hose pipe next to the wall of the house.
She was really getting some.
I mean, she was rearing back and just, whoa. I thought, dang, she could pitch. She could have been a pitcher.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And fairly accurate. I was surprised that they weren't going everywhere. She was throwing them at Pat at the same place every single time.
So she had the accuracy and the strength.
And the strength. I couldn't believe
That's
it. And
really
her
great.
arms are like this big. They're teeny tiny.
She's a tiny little thing, but she's
little.
strong.
She is strong.
And her mama's like that. So in a way, I think she got that from her mama. Kind of wiry, I guess was always the word that we used growing up. But no, compact and strong.
Very strong. Yep.
Yeah.
Like she's one of the only ones that can pull herself up on the. Of course, I taught it to her when she was younger, but never had that ability, that upper body strength that she's got.
I never had that.
Well, I did. I could pull myself up, but I'd climb trees and did stuff when I was little.
I climbed trees too, but I just still couldn't do it. I just didn't have that.
And monkey bars. I was all over the monkey bars all the time.
No, I was always kind of heavy too. Like I was always kind of. No, I could walk all day. Like other people would be exhausted and I still keep going.
You're like, I'm good.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, 5 miles, sure, no problem. Yeah. You know, that was me. I could just keep going and going.
Well, I wasn't a skinny kid, but I could always pull myself up on
upper
stuff.
Body, So, some people just have it more than other people.
And we rode horses too. That makes I think that makes a difference in your strength.
Sure.
Of your whole body.
Sure. Definitely your core. It hits a lot in the core.
Yeah, and you have to have that to be able to pull yourself up.
Yeah.
On monkey bars or on any kind of thing that swings or anything like that.
The other thing we were talking about is like discipline. With the discipline
it's
at a boys and girls
is
different. It's very different. I always like to say, you know how you have a puppy and then you have the big dog.
Yeah.
And sometimes that puppy needs to have the big dog come and growl at him or get on him or just kind of grab him behind the neck and be like, stop it, knock it off. You're out of line. I feel like boys really need that. They need to have that adult male in their life that keeps them in check. Keeps them in check, especially boys. Now, I didn't raise girls, so like I don't know if the girls still need that the same way.
I feel like they do every once in a while, but
the boys definitely
not like a boy does.
Because they go off on because they're just having fun. Like, you got to think, there's not, like, a whole lot of pre-planning about much things. They're just going out there having a good time. And as long as they're having a good time, the sky's the limit. They're not thinking about any of the consequences. And so they need to have that male in their life to just go behind the neck a little bit and be like, stop, knock it off.
Like that daddy dog going, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah, exactly. And I said, it's funny how, like, a little bit of that generally
makes a big difference.
Huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. They just the boys just react so differently to it than they do. And I used to take it personally, like, honestly, because I was with them all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, I felt like, well, they just don't respect me the way that, no.
It didn't have anything to do with it.
It had nothing to do with it. Had nothing to do with it. It was that they needed that from him.
Yeah.
They needed that. They needed that guiding of their behavior. And they had to learn those lessons. And that's what... It's still not fun to watch. It's still not fun to, like, it's not like I was ever like, oh, well, no. But I did have to learn that it was something that they needed, that this is a necessary part of their development, because once they got it, you could just see them be like, okay, I need to change what I was doing. That was not working.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, I don't want that.
I don't want to deal with that again.
Yeah. I don't want that to happen again.
I think that, like, to me, I feel like that's just the role that the dad is supposed to play, where he is the one. The mom is like, okay, let's do this. Okay, let's do that. No. Yeah. And I had to figure out, too, because I figured out early, because my kids got big,
fast.
Young. Yeah. So I figured out, I'm going to be dealing with the big kids a lot longer than I dealt with the little kids.
Yeah.
So I had to be a step ahead and creative with my discipline. Mike could still use that loud voice and the, and all that, and that would work great. And I mean, like, when they were little, for me, it worked great. But there came a point there where I realized in my own head,
you're like,
I'm going to have to be outsmart. I'm going to have to outsmart them.
Yeah, going to have to change my ways a little bit.
It's not going to be that I'm going to be physically stern. I'm going to be smarter stern. You know what I'm saying? I have
For example.
I would, sometimes I'd be like, if something had happened and I was very unhappy, let's say they'd broken a rule or they didn't do something they were supposed to do, I would change the passwords. And I would come on the Wi-Fi. And I would make it something.
I love that.
that they would have to like earn a letter, or they would have to earn a piece of it. Like there's 3 words and you get 1 word.
Yeah.
Or because they loved internet stuff, and that was my
that was my carrot.
That was my carrot. That was my prize. I still had control over. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Phones were also one of the ones. I changed stuff around so they couldn't use their tablet or their iPad or whatever it was, and they'd be freaking out. They're like, "Well, you want it back? You're gonna have to ABCD.
Yeah, fix this and this and this."
I would say, I think we were talking to boys are going to react. Don't give them a bunch of, like, when they're still under 2nd grade. Don't give them choices. It's right or wrong. It's
and see, I didn't
or
do
not
that.
online. But girls, you could totally do that.
Yeah.
Because they can understand that there's a consequence. Like, they have the thinking that, not boys.
Not boys.
Let that
see,
go.
I did like the counting thing where you say, well, that's 1. And if you get to 3, you know what happens when you get to 3, and you tell them what happens at 3. They do something. They do the same thing again. Oh, that's 2, and not be, but matter of fact, that's 2. Remember what happens when you get to 3, and then when you get to 3, then if they do it again, then that thing happens, because you can't go, well, I'll give you 3 more chances. Nope. You got to 3, and then.
It's a great thing if they're like in 2nd grade, but when they're like 4.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah,
you still can't do that. It's got to be right or wrong. It's got to be black or white. It's got to be a rule broken or not. You got to make it simple, because they are not developmentally ready for that. Yeah, the interplay of that until they get, I say 2nd, 3rd grade, when they're really, you can see a change, because all of a sudden they'll start manipulating the situation by their words, and they'll stop manipulating the situation by their actions. Yeah. And you'll see that there's a difference. Yeah. When you feel that change, that shift, that's when you know they have hit that developmental milestone, and they're ready for those we can talk about this now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And everybody kind of hits it differently, but boys seem like they hit it slower. I mean, as far as I know, because I worked in pre-K for quite a while now, and you're like a professional 4-year-old boy wrangler. Not strangler, wrangler. I like them. I like them when they're ornery. I don't know why. The worse that the more ornery they are, the better we get along. I have no idea. I blame my big brother. Oh yeah. Because he was really ornery. And your dad. Or my dad. So like they trained you for this. They trained me for this. I'm molded for this. So yes, I do like. There's something about a little hyperactive, a little ornery, a little quirky. Oh yeah, those are my buddies. I know him. I know you. You're gonna be my friend. Sit with me. Come and sit with me. We're gonna have fun. I don't know why. It's just so funny, but there is a pattern. After so many years, you can't help but see a pattern. And I like girls too. I love the little girls and dress up and all the cuteness but them boys. Those little ornery boys. The little ornery boys getting into stuff. It just makes sense. I just and then have 2 boys of my own. Yeah. But the consequences have to be direct. They just haven't hit that. It takes them so much longer to get to that developmental place. But it does seem like, I'll say this, that their other skills develop faster than the girls do. Like the physical, the running, the playing, all those kind of things generally go faster in the boys. That makes sense. So like their physical body is growing, and their mind, the girls' mental way part, ahead. Yes, and then the boys' physical part, and then it all evens out. Right. Like you know how girls will get taller, and then the boys finally get. It's just the same, but with the development in their brains and stuff, and the way their brains work. Yeah. At least as far as what I've seen. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I'm an expert on what I've seen. Well, I mean, you got a lot of experience. Yeah, that's where we get into the 30 years of experience with kids, 35 years of experience with kids. So, like, that's kind of where I go with that. But, like we were talking, there's something really fun about how simple their little brains are and how much joy they get. Those little boys get just the little bittiest things. The littlest bittiest things, and they're just so. This is the best, and it's so great. And, the water balloons. Oh my gosh. They're squirting water out of the water balloons. He was like, I mean, the joy that they feel is so over the top. It's like he's not just having fun. He is having the best day of his entire life. Best day ever. Yes. Yeah, and it's so fun to watch him go. Yeah. And they don't stay that big for very long. I mean, it goes so fast.
Just about that long.
Yeah, just you get.
I mean, he's starting school in the fall.
Yeah. Oh.
The last baby.
Sweet boy.
The last baby's not a baby. He's big.
How's that even possible?
I don't know.
Who let that happen? Wasn't me.
And for 1 year, they're all going to be in the same place.
I love that. That's great.
In fifth. He's going to be in second. And he's going to be in kindergarten. It's like,
what a blessing. They get to all be in the same school for a
while.
I love that.
I'm happy for Shannon to only have to be at one place.
Yeah, the first time, only time.
The only time she'll only go to one place to pick anybody up or drop anybody off. They're all going to the same place. Lasts. Yeah. Yep. They're going to be in a central location.
I love that. That's great. I'm going to say it was some of the happiest times. Like, even though it was hard, like, there's a certain thing about it that's really hard because you do have to, like, stay on everything all the time.
All the time,
and everything. But, like, it's some of the happiest years are that 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
Oh, such happiness. It's kind of like the honeymoon after going through the terrible 2s and the ornery 3s. You know?
Yeah.
You be a 3-nager.
A 3-nager, yeah.
No,
but you know what?
get
3
to
and 4 with Shannon, I thought, was my favorite.
4 to me was just...
Because she could talk.
Yes.
By the time she was 3, she was talking.
Yes.
Fine. So she could just tell me stuff. And, you know, if she was not sure about something, she could tell me. If she was getting in trouble, she could tell me. And I'd be like, oh, I see what you're... Okay, now I understand what's going on.
She was at 3. She was going to be at 5, 6.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's just how their brains develop.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just crazy how different they are.
She really would too.
But if you've ever seen little girls on the playground, you completely understand what I'm saying because you will see them and they manipulate each other through words. It's this, that, I'm your friend, I'm not your friend.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it drives me crazy.
Developmental.
Yeah.
That's all just developmental stages they've got to go through. So you're better off to just be like, okay, you guys are just awful to each other. Yeah. I wouldn't want to play with you either if you were saying those things to me. But now I will say the boys are most likely to...
Right.
If
they're
they
just
don't
going to
like
knock you down. They're just going to knock you down and go on.
You get a push.
Mow you over.
Yeah. You get something thrown at you.
Yeah. And then they're like getting in trouble because they're knocking people down. They can't do that at school.
Yeah.
They're always getting in trouble for doing that.
But they need that, everything's physical. You got to like think, like their brains are just still wired so much for physical.
Yep.
They're still in that base model era where girls have already their brains are already developing verbally.
Yeah.
And the number of words that the girls will speak over the number of words that the boys will speak as adults is vastly different. I was going
to say, even as adults, it's vastly different. Way higher.
And that's a generality, but women definitely talk more than men. We are verbal processors. That's how I process emotions and I process everything verbally. And so
over coffee.
Over coffee. So yeah, it's true. That's definitely true. So I feel like there's a lot of things. I would love to hear from everybody if they've seen the kind of same things that we're seeing. Yeah. If you've raised boys, or maybe you've raised girls, or maybe you've had both. Or you've had the exception. I mean, like, I will say my youngest was not much of a talker, but my oldest was definitely, his verbal came on for a boy a little early.
A little hard and fast.
But he wore me out with it.
Yeah.
He wore me out with his verbal.
With his questions and questions and questions.
He peppered me with questions for like 4 years, where every time we sat down, there would be like a list of like a rapid machine gun fire questions. Yeah. And I'd be like, I don't know.
Then he was like, why don't you know the answer?
And this was before Google.
Yeah, she couldn't just look it up on her phone. So I couldn't just look it up.
Well, let's just check it out on the phone.
Yeah, no, that wasn't a thing.
That wasn't a thing. We'd go to the library, or we'd be like, well, I don't know, that's a question for your dad.
Yeah, ask your dad. Ask your teacher. Maybe your teacher knows. Yeah, maybe there's a book at school you can look up.
Yeah, anything. But, yeah. So he peppered me with questions for like 4 years. I'm going to say. Yeah. It was a long 4 years. But I wouldn't change a thing.
No.
It was beautiful. No. It's a beautiful thing, but yeah. Yeah, that was a real thing. So yeah, I would love to hear. And I think that like if you look back at your own childhood, I can see where I developed verbally a lot quicker than like my cousin who was also about the same age.
But was a boy?
But it was a boy.
Uh-huh.
Like, I could see now why I just felt like I talk. And he was like...
Yeah, not.
And he was happy to play with me, but he was like, you know...
he just didn't.
He didn't talk nearly as much as I did. And I'm...
That's funny.
Yeah. So, I wonder if anybody else has saw that in their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Yeah, when we were... I can remember when Cassidy... She still wasn't talking. She was 3. And the speech therapist that was coming to our house, she was like, she knows what we're talking about right now. She knows we're talking about it. And I'm like, but she's not. She goes, oh, she will. And once she starts, she won't stop. I remember her saying that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's true.
Yeah. That's so funny. Well, you got anything else?
No, I think I would love to hear though with people with their own, or what people have seen with their own kids, nieces, nephews, grandkids, and all that. Just to say, you know, did you notice that like the huge difference in the way they are when they're little?
Yeah.
Like it's just, to me, it's just major.
Yeah.
You can really see it when you're with them all the time. Oh my stars.
Yeah.
You really can see it.
Yeah. And it would be hard to parent. Everybody is always like striving to parent them all the same, but you really can't when they're so different. It's almost impossible.
No, it's not ever going to be
the
same.
Just because they're just not. They're just not the
They're
same.
not the same people. It's not like they came out and they're like carbon copies.
Right, yeah.
You're different people, so you have to do it differently.
Different ways.
For what the situation requires, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Give us some feedback. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes.
And we're on
Facebook, YouTube. I almost said Instagram. That's not right. TikTok and
Spotify.
Why can I never remember Spotify?
I don't know. We're going to put a little cheat sheet right here.
I just forget Spotify.
It's easy to do.
It is. My nose is itching. I don't know why. Oh, and there was one other thing I was going to talk about from the last episode. And we were talking about friends and like lifelong friends. And I was like, I forgot to talk about my mom and her friend Evelyn.
Yes.
They're buddies. They're still buddies. She still goes to see Evelyn.
How many years have they been buddies?
I don't know. I think they've been friends ever since they were itty bitty, like you and Kathy.
So, like, we're talking 80 plus years probably.
Oh, yeah, because she's 91, and I think Evelyn's 92.
So, childhood friends. And they're in their 90s.
Or maybe she's the same age as Daddy. Maybe she's 93.
So,
yeah,
we're talking 85 years.
At least 80.
That's amazing.
Yeah, at least
amazing.
80-year friendship.
I mean, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And Evelyn moved. Like, they weren't even in the same state for a while. They moved to, like, Illinois somewhere, I think.
Oh, wow.
Or no, maybe it was Missouri. I think it was Missouri that they moved. And so they lived up there for a long time. And then they moved back.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's hear it.
Yeah, shout out to Nene and Evelyn.
Love you. In fact, that's what we always joke around and say. That's what we're going for.
Yeah, we want to be like Nene and Evelyn when we retire.
Yeah.
Which is not much longer.
Love that.
I'm all about that. So we'll see you guys soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.